If you're really going to understand the living systems, you don't want to just have a descriptive understanding. We just want to describe how things are taking place. That's how conventional life science are doing in the past. The question is, can we understand how this diversity and this beauty and this mechanism and these functions, how these things are governed? Which are the underlying principles? Quantitatively, can we figure out how these things are done?
We have a responsibility of training the next generation of scientists. And to a large extent, the different sciences that exist, biology, chemistry, physics, to some extent they are superficially separated.
I think for most physicists who want to transition into something more biological, it's first of all very important to find a question that really interests you, that you can help answer. And for that, definitely meeting people at conferences is a very great way, because you see someone's talk and then you get excited and you start asking them more questions about what they do, and that may lead you to your next position or your next area of research.
The students have a dual burden. They have to be trained to do physics or mathematics or chemistry in the normal way, but at the same time, they have to learn biology. They have to learn to talk to biologists. They have to learn what biological data means. It's sort of like doing 2 PhDs at once, and we felt that they needed a support system. They needed to know that there were peers that existed at other universities.
The room was packed. There were a ton of real, true leaders of in their respective fields there. And it afforded me the opportunity to sort of sit down and have what wound up being really important conversations about sort of a nascent project. I don't think that the work would have been what it wound up being had we not sort of interacted with other iPoLS researchers.
I'm interested in the dendritic network of sensory neurons in the fruit fly. The first time I saw them, I was kind of mesmerized because they had this very nice tree shapes, and it really reminded me of road systems. I was really impressed how nature was repeating the same pattern at a very low scale. Going to iPoLS, we get to present our data and communicate our results and then talk to other people. I'm presenting my own research, and there I really got to entertain the audience with what I was really interested in. Yeah, really communicating biophysics to a broad audience.
This meeting is really the paradise for informal training. If you're a smart person, you can go around, you can hear from people, you can talk the pulse, you can go to talks, you can go afterwards, you can get drunk on the bar and ask a question. Everything is valid, and that really helps their training to try not to figure out they're just under one advisor and doing one problem and figure out I'm really a scientist and my goal is to be better than everybody else.
This one is specifically tuned for us to network and to be able to meet people and to lower the barrier, basically, of talking to somebody about whatever you want to.
PoLS is a very different kind of thing. I don't know really anyone else who's anywhere who does something quite like this. I think that it provides the ability to do new kinds of science in an interesting way that tries to remove the barriers between groups, between institutions, and even between nations now that we're an international network. People should think about doing this in other fields. It's been very successful for us.
We believe it's a catalytic investment in this field at the interface between biology and physics. And I think that the young people we support at this meeting have the potential to be the future leaders of a new field. Being student-focused, we really think that that is the future of the field.